Well, here we are inside this magnificent arena, the scene of so many dramatic encounters during the course of the last 6 days or so, not least the one that Novak Djokovic played for over 3 hours and 11 minutes yesterday against Daniil Medvedev. Greg Rosetsky is alongside me, and if you just look to our left, he's back out on the practice court as we speak, warming up. Greg, how's he looking?
Well, it was interesting, the practice, because his forehand wasn't firing. He was making a lot of mistakes. He was changing rackets. He was trying to figure out what he wanted out there. And then all of a sudden he settled into the practice, started to look a lot better. And I feel he's got to be tired. He's 35 years of age. He played 3 hours and 11 minutes. You're going to feel a little stiff in the morning.
Got Goran Ivanisevic next to him. And actually there were quite a few discussions technically, weren't there, about some of the swings that he was making on the court. And as you said, quite a few misses off that forehand wing. It took a little bit of time to get going.
Well, the good news, he was calm.
Yeah.
It was a very calm discussion. There was not much nerves out there, because if you look at the head-to-head, he's 5-0 against Taylor Fritz. So he's pretty confident about the matchup, but he's got to bring his A game today. He's trying to be undefeated as a champion here as well, get the full 1,500 points, and he's going to use the energy of the crowd, because the Italians love Novak Djokovic.
Yeah, and as you mentioned yesterday, it took a bit of time to get the right racket. He made a few racket changes in this practice, so it's been quite specific, hasn't it?
Well, it has been quite specific, and also in his last match, he changed his racket 2 or 3 times because he wants to get a little bit stronger tension in the racket, so he gets a little bit more control on the ball as well. And it's all these small things that can make a big difference.
Fans who've been able to come into the Parla Alpitour early, quite a few of them crowded round. They've got their cameras ready just to catch a glimpse of such a great champion.
Well, probably the greatest of all time, in my opinion. Yes, he doesn't have the most slams at the moment, but boy, is he hitting the ball well. He's really motivated, and let's enjoy these legends of our game, because we don't know how much longer we're going to have them around. You know, we had Nadal here, we've had Djokovic, Federer retired this year, so enjoy the brilliance we have out of the big three.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, it's a fantastic lineup today, and of course we've got to mention the fact that we've got 3 Brits in action. Greg, Salisbury, Skupski and Glasspool have made it through to the semi-finals. I mean, British tennis in terms of singles and doubles is looking extremely strong, isn't it? At the Parla Alpitour, certainly looking forward to more drama and excitement. We're once again down at the practice courts. We're expecting Novak Djokovic to make his way onto the court very, very shortly. I'm sure the fans will be rushing down here to try and get a great glimpse of him, because it's such a close proximity to the practice courts. Greg Rosetsky is alongside. You're looking forward to more drama. Are you ready for it?
I am, but I think the first match, Djokovic could be pretty comfortable, just because of the fact he has been brilliant. He's back to his best form. His second round match in the round robin was absolutely brilliant. That second set was near perfection, so it's going to be tough to dislodge Djokovic, but tonight is the match where I think we're going to get the drama.
Well, but let's start talking about Andrei Rublev, who's also had his own thrillers out on court this week as well. What have you made of the sort of tennis that you've seen from him? Because he's such a physical player, and in contrast to what we just said about Tsitsipas, less willing to come forward.
Well, he's trying to work on that aspect. The slices got better. I thought his opening round match against Medvedev, mentally tough.
Just as we've been talking here he is then. It's always strange when I have to say the world number 8. We've been so used to saying the world number 1, Novak Djokovic, but a 5-time Nitto ATP champion. He's just making his way towards the practice court right behind us. And of course, has got that match coming up later on today against Daniil Medvedev. So, you know, we're all looking forward to that one. There's still plenty on the line for him, and he does want to have a clean sweep, but he's been almost unstoppable this week, hasn't he?
Oh, he's been brilliant.
Well, apart from the match that he's got to play today against Daniil Medvedev, we already know that he's through to the semi-finals, and he's going to face Taylor Fritz, who came through an absolute nail-biter late last night. 2 hours and 43 minutes it took him to get through this match. There wasn't a lot between him and Felix Auger-Aliassime. I know you were courtside watching all of the action, Greg, but what a match last night.
Oh, absolutely brilliant. Taylor Fritz keeps on surprising me every match. I expected the Canadian to win this one in a tight 3-setter.